Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Every Eugenia. I am so sorry you guys, I am so lost. I know life happened, a lot happened. I don't even know what to say. Like, it's been so long. For my loyal fans, thank you for staying there with me. Thank you for staying. It's been so long, I can't even say how long. I'm just ashamed, but just forgive me, please. But I'm back. I'm just trying to get more content out there. Things happened. I just lost track. I was procrastinating. I'm so sorry, and it's not a good thing to procrastinate, but here I am giving you another video. So please, I'm sorry guys, and I pray that I may get more subscribers to make this channel grow. So please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. So thank you so much for tuning into my channel. As you can see, I'm just chilling. I'm in the house today, so I just decided to just share a story that I had. Let me see. Okay, so it's just a story that happened to me. So today it's story time. So I'm going to come back, with a story so that you guys can warm up to me again. So yeah, hope to win you over again. So okay, so what happened was there was this guy that I met in church, and he seemed decent. At that point, we used to have like a lot of Bible study, blah blah blah. So we used to meet in a group, and I was like, okay, not bad. And he was a leader actually, and he seemed very nice and decent and all that. So I don't know how it just happened to, because we had a group, so we just happened to have each other's contacts, and we started chatting, and we would talk, and and I think that's how it started, and we became friends. And from there we just we just grew a bond. So for our first date, he took me to another place not so far from where I stay, and we met, and it was really nice, and we had a good time. We talked, we just we really clicked, and I felt that this was a good guy. That was back then. Yeah, I wouldn't say when, but yeah, it was back then. So we really clicked. So that's how it was. Like, I was thinking, I think for me it was more like, he's a church guy. I don't think he's a bad guy, And that's the greatest misconception that is out there. You can meet a bad guy in church, you can meet a good guy out there. So I'm not saying that you just entirely have to meet a good person in church. So yeah, so we got to bond, and we used to talk a lot. We used to call each other up, what. And so there was this time I used to wonder, there's a point where he'd disappear. We're chatting, what's up, we're chatting, the conversation is good, and then all of a sudden he just goes MIA, missing in action. So he would go like for an hour or two every day at the same time, at a specific time at night. So I was like, that's really weird. So that went on, and then sometimes even when I meet him, even in chat, sometimes, because it was just weird. Sometimes it felt like he was, like, I don't know, like I was drained. Every time I interacted with him, I just felt drained. It's like there was always something, and I'm like, this is a church guy. I think that church guy thing really messed up with me. So I was like, I can't be a bad guy. So I used to make excuses for him, I guess, because of the church thing. So anyway, but I'd still feel weird every time I met him. I still feel weird, but I couldn't put my finger on it. So eventually, I think God was always on my side. As in, has always been on my side every time when it comes to dating, because there's a time I was just like, just show me. I told God to just show me what's going on, because I can't really tell, because there's something off about this guy, but I can't really tell what exactly it is. So Ghafla bin Vu. One day I don't know what happened, I just felt it in my spirit. Actually, I tried breaking it up with him. I don't know if you even talked about being girlfriend and boyfriend, but yeah, I just told him I don't think this is going to work for me. And he would be like, no. I think I told him like twice. Yeah, so I told him like, this is not gonna work for me, but he couldn't listen. He didn't want it to end, so that happened. So he wanted us to stop seeing each other. So I tried telling him I'm not feeling it, I don't know what's going on, I just feel like there's something off about this whole thing. But he didn't want. He always was like, no, I feel like in my spirit you're the person for me. He even wanted to introduce me to his pastor. Yes, so he wanted to introduce me to his pastor. My Nigerian accent is work, I know. So it was deep actually, because he was like, oh, you know, I can see us together, blah blah blah. So it was really deep, and so I was like, okay, I gave him another chance. So one day I was like, no, because it was eating me up. I think you know, as I always say, females' instincts are so strong. So I felt it in my spirit that there was something wrong. So one day I just texted him. I was like, okay, I don't think this is gonna work out. I'm so sorry. It's too bad. It's not gonna work out for me, and you know, I just wish you the best in everything. So I was just like, you know, being polite and all that. So I sent it to him on what I don't know if I sent a direct text or something. Yeah. So I was not online. So when I got online, I think he tried calling me or something. Okay, he tried calling me on WhatsApp. No, he sent me a voice note on WhatsApp, and he was like, hey, you know, what's up? Yeah, he was just like, no, I don't think we you know, it's good. How can you say that? You know, he doesn't want to break up, blah 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 blah. And then hey, just when he was talking, at one point I had so I was like, what did he say? Like, instead of saying my name, Eugenia, he said and then he was like, and then he corrected himself. Then the second time I had it, because he was saying a lot of things like, oh, I'm so sorry, this has to work, it can't just end like this, how can you just leave something like this, you know, blah blah blah. So the second time it was loud and clear. Actually not so loud, I think he said it, but I wasn't so sure, like, what? Yeah. Okay, hold up. By the before he sent me that voice note, I remember he called me before. By the actually, he called me and tried telling me, no, this cannot be. You can't break up. There's no way. I can't let it go. Blah, blah. So when he called me, he actually called me by that chick's name, another chick's name, Nelly. So I was like, oh my god! Like I even told him, how dare you call me someone else's name? And he was like, no, you had your own things. I think you're just making things up, blah blah blah. Can you imagine? So that's when I went back to WhatsApp, and then I found his voice notes, and his voice notes had like the same name again, like in between those words he was saying, like, I'm so sorry, blah 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 blah. So it was like Nelly, and then he said it like, at first he said it, and then he was like, no, Eugenia, and then the other time he said it again, like Nelly. Like I was even thinking, oh, when did I change my name to Nelly? It was just weird. It was weird, but I thank God, like, we hadn't gotten so far. We're just in the talking stage, like getting to know each other. But for, you know, him, you're saying he'll take me to his pastor, but I just thank God we hadn't gone far, like, you know. So I just think, hey, I don't know. I don't even know how I felt. Like, pissed is an understatement. I was just mad. Like, how could someone call me someone else's name? So I was so pissed off. I just ranted. I texted him telling how dare you, what. And then now I think he kept on calling. I didn't pick up. He kept on calling, and I'm ashamed because finally I met him, because he wanted us to meet. I met him the next day. I met up with him, had coffee together, and then now he was trying to explain like why. Because I was like, how do you even call me someone else's name? And he was like, no, you see, even my dad mixes up my brother's name and my name. But I was like, how do you do that? Like, at least if you would have called me your mom or your sister's name, that would have been better. But now another lady, and then he was like, oh, you see, we're in church together, we're in the same, like, I forget the name, like the same, what is it called, cell group together. So that's why I called her, because we talk a lot, we always argue a lot. That's why her name just came up. I'm like, not even once, I don't know, 5 times. How does someone call you someone else's name like 5 times? How? And even on the call he had called me, and you see, he denied that, you see. So I was like, no, this is it, this is a wrap, I am done. So I think I was like, this is it. And he wanted us to keep on being friends, but I was like, I don't think this is gonna work out for me. So I just decided to block him. And yeah, that was that, and that was the end of my story. And I thank God I forgot about him, like, because I think because I hadn't gotten so far with him, so it was easy to kind of move on. Because I can imagine if it's someone like I was getting married to, maybe he had proposed with a ring and he called me someone else's name, I think I would be like, I need therapy, tons of therapy. So yeah, that's my story. I'm glad to be back here. I'm glad to be making content, and I just hope to be more consistent, and I promise to just try and come up with new content and good content that you can relate with, and content that you can even share with your friends and subscribe and enjoy. So thank you so much for tuning in. This has been your girl, Every Eugenia. Do have yourself a blessed day, blessed week, blessed month. Take care. Bye.
Your girl Plexi. Haha.
This is Record House.
Bounce, bounce, bounce. Chugga chugga chug. Bounce, bounce.